Welcome back. You're watching Questing Time, where we play Dungeons and Dragons with comedians. I'm your host, Paul Foxcroft, and if you're here, you've come to watch the party fight some Chair Golems. They're in the basement of the Phoenix Theatre. There's a weird stage with like a magical effect on it the players haven't fully explored, but it's showing it looks like hell, literal hell, and there's a big theatre space with a big pile of chairs that has just got up and is two separate entities marching toward the players with evil intent, we assume. Let's see just how weird a combat can go. Enjoy the show.
I show it. The fuck do you want, four legs?
At which point, we roll for initiative.
I get advantage on initiative now.
You do get advantage on initiative.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, check me out.
Are we all rolling for this, or just those two?
I get a rough 20 for
we all
initiative.
A rough 20.
I am.
It was a suggestion made in the. It was a suggestion made in the Twitch chat by Blytheweb that we.
I do like it.
That they should be rough
Lovely.
20s. So yeah, I
It's
just
a
got a rough
thing now. It's a thing. It's an urban legend on par with the Blair Witch. It's up there. Little Alfie aesthetics reference for everybody. What are we looking for? Is it this
Yeah,
one?
because you can either get a rough 20 or a hard 20.
Yeah.
Or a Claire 20.
It was really clear.
Yeah.
There we are. Theatre basement. Sorry, I'm just looking through
Or
the
a
massive
Phillin
list
one.
of encounters I prepped for this game that we're not doing.
Yeah, I think Phillin and
theatre
Claire should be
basement.
ones.
Yeah. Definitely. You got a greasy one.
Lovely stuff. So what did everyone get on their initiative?
Go after you.
I got 7. So I think it will be after you.
Well, I got 10, so not so far.
Matt, what did you get? So Rich, what did you get?
I managed 4.
We are
Cool.
slow off the mark.
On a 20. These guys. Oh, that hasn't. Give me a moment. Sorry, I'm just double checking the stats. Rufus, however, you are going first.
What's my normal? Is my normal jumping 10 feet?
Your normal, assuming you've got a 10-foot run,
Yeah.
your normal jumping distance is your strength stat. So I think your strength is 16.
17.
17. So your normal jumping distance is 17 feet.
Okay,
Whereas now
so
it is
3 times that.
3 times that, but capped by your movement for the turn. So I think your speed. I think you're 40 feet now because you're a barbarian.
30 feet is what it's showing on my
Fair
stat
enough.
sheet.
So yeah, you could just jump 30 foot. On
Okay,
a standing
fine.
start.
All right, but basically, if I jump at one of these, can I, like, rip out the axe, jump, and be ready to attack as I land? Am I close enough to be able to deliver on that?
Yeah, that won't be a challenge.
Great. Roll attack.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna immediately rage as well.
Seems reasonable. Because these guys are in your house.
So I get advantage.
You do.
Oh! It's a clean 20 with the axe, gives it a 25.
A pure 20. Lovely stuff. So you grab your axe off of your back, run towards these things. Don't run, just leap through the air while you are raging. So you kind of leap, and mid-leap, just this red mist colours Ruff's vision as you bring this axe swinging down on top of one of these weird chair-based monstrosities. Roll your damage, please.
Is it? Hang on, I've forgotten. Is it D8? No.
It's 1d8 plus 5 now. Because you are raging.
7. Shit.
That's not bad. Gotta do maths. There we are. Cool. So your axe slams into this thing, splinters of wood going everywhere. A cushion flies off into the middle distance. At which point, the other one, you've attacked you've attacked the one on the left, which has a sort of a crude head made out. You know those folding seats they have in theatres. It's got a head with a mouth made out of a folding seat.
Lovely.
Whereas the other one, its face is made out of There's a bar stool, which has it's got a leather top and it's just got a furrowed brow in it. That one swings around at you, raises this massive hand made out of just loads of bits of broken chair, and slams that into you. Would you kindly?
Hang on a sec. 'Cause I think I might get a bonus damage roll when a melee weapon attack is made.
Go on.
Hang on. I'm just
Also, didn't you get a 20? So isn't that?
Oh shit! We double it. Yeah, you got a crit. We double that.
Yeah.
So it's 14 damage. That was a massive. That's a big chunk of its hit points. And me doing bad maths.
Hey, that's my thing.
When I use a melee weapon attack using strength, I gain a bonus to the damage roll. That increases my gain levels as a barbarian.
I've already factored that in.
Oh, you had you? Sorry.
Yeah. If you're not raging, it's +3. But you are raging, so it's +5. Excuse me. Richard what is your armor class? Because this one was going to attack Ruff, but he isn't now. Richard, your armor class, please? Actually, no. Phillin, your armor class, please, because you're sat in a chair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
13 for Philly boy.
Cool. The other one, the one with the sort of crumpled up face, instead charges, just puts its head down and starts barreling towards Phillin. Where it hits you with a 16 to hit. That's a real thing that's happened, and slams into you, sending you flying out of the chair. This is bad. 15 damage.
Ooh.
Thing back in you with it. You're sort of like just bits of chair jabbed into you. You're bleeding really badly, and you're thrown out of the chair into the hellscape and land in this pile of fingernails, which doesn't react. Like you're sitting on the floor. What's underneath you is there's something underneath the fingernail illusion that's crunchy, but you can see your hand just pass through it a little bit. There's a horrible sort of sickening as you land. As you skid up. You skid up, and it looks like you're skidding towards a crevice in the floor, where there's just like a pool of lava beneath it. And as you skid, whack, you just hit the back wall of the theatre.
Bloody hell. A lot just happened.
Yes. Next up, Matt, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Obviously, I have a bit of distance now.
You do.
Am I right in thinking if it's a golem, it will need some sort of carve to give its intent? Can I perceive?
No. That isn't no, golems are, in this setting, are not... It's not the same as the what's the word I'm looking for? The figure of Jewish myth.
Yeah.
If that is the correct term.
That's a. Oh God, I've got a comic book series about that.
Yeah. But however, let us continue the focus on.
No, you weren't looking for the word.
No. But these are golems as we would understand them from folklore.
Am I right in thinking though in D&D they are magic resistant golems?
You're a sorcerer. Some are.
I assume they're vulnerable to fire though.
Let's find out.
Firebolt.
What could go wrong in your house?
We've got that jar of water. We can put any fire out.
Lovely stuff. You make an attack roll for your firebolt, please.
Yes, it is. I don't add anything to that, do I? No, 14.
14. That, I'm afraid, looks like it's going to be a hit. And then this, as it you summon this ball of fire and hurl it at one of these golems, and this one that has hit you sees it coming and just very lightly kind of stands up, and it hits a metal plate from the base of one of the seats and just bounces off.
I go, oh, you absolute barstool.
I don't know if you currently have any. If you don't have inspiration, Matt, you can have inspiration. I haven't got 11 with me this week because my flatmate has made cocktails. But I wish there was a better reason. Next up on initiative 9 is the other one. Rufus, what is your armor class? I can't charge it.
14.
Doesn't matter, because this, my friend, is a natural 20, which is less good than you might want it to be. This thing, the thing that you've already cut up, winds. Oh, that could have been better. Oh, even split. 9. Fucking hell. Wait, hang on. While you're raging, you're resistant to
I am.
bludgeoning. Oh, shit. So it doubles the damage, but then you halve it again. So you are only taking 14 bludgeoning damage as you've charged this thing and slammed your axe into it, and this thing brings these two cherry arms together and smashes you like it's applauding, slams you from both sides at the same time, which staggers you, and you can feel blood gushing out of your nose as that happens. Next up, Briony, initiative 7.
Sorry, Paul, for how many damage?
Oh, fuck, what did I just say, the stream?
Was it 7?
You didn't. You stopped.
Didn't I? Did I just say, in which case...
You stopped and corrected yourself and then went back and then said I halved it, but you never said the actual number.
I've got to re-roll one of these dice then because I've moved it since.
Although the stream all seems to be saying 14, so it must be 14.
14,
That was
with
my
this
damage.
14.
Yeah.
I think it was around 14.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that adds up. That makes sense. So yeah, 14 damage. Blood gushing from your nose. Briony, you see this happen, and you react by doing this.
I'm down in the basement, aren't I?
Oh, Briony, what you hear is a lot of clanking and slamming. You see briefly Phillin over this pit, and then you see a flame go across the pit. And that's it. There, you don't know what's happening. You have no idea what's happening, and no one told you.
Yeah. I'm
do you
still
have
gonna try and get up.
You have dark vision.
Yeah.
You do. Okay, cool. You can see there's a little door down here, and there's
okay.
also the trapdoor directly above you, and there's another trapdoor that is closed on the other side of the stage. You are stage left.
I am stage left. I love a surprise entrance. Can I get up to the trapdoor that isn't been opened?
I would need you to make a. Oh no, the one that hasn't been opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a chair, so you can. Get to it.
I'll do chair and kind of acrobatics.
It'll be a little step ladder.
Yeah, I'll go up the step ladder, and then I want to kind of come through it, but then do a little flip and ta-da! Because I don't know we're in danger, and I'm more about performing.
Yes, I'm not going to make a performance check to make all of this work. You can have advantage because this is ridiculous.
14 on performance. 21.
20. Shit. Okay, sure. You get the step ladder there. You find actually what there is an old like sort of seesaw style mechanism for launching somebody out of the trap. And you kind of go, oh, that's already set up. So you don't bother with the step ladder. Instead, you just trigger that, and sure enough, a second later, accompanied by a poof of glitter and sort of smoke, you appear up. For some reason, the illusion maintains, and you're uplit in red.
I am the prestige.
At which point, yeah, you're on stage, and you just get up on stage just to see Ruff staggering back from this massive blow, and just like his face to shift from like to fury. You see Phillin behind you, just bleeding from the eyes.
Oh, we're in a fight.
You see Reverend Hardcore just going really in slow motion, going what? Like, let's go yet. But yeah, there is a fight, so you can take an action in this fight if you would like, or I think people might die.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Paul, can I use Hellish Rebuke, or is that only when I've been hurt, or can I be stopped?
You can only use it.
Oh,
No, you can only use it when you've been struck, and also it only affects things that are like right next to you.
Oh, okay. Then maybe. Are there people? Is there a chair monster with people not near it?
Yeah, the one that threw Phillin across the room is.
Yeah, then it's going to get a thunder wave.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Because not only has it hurt my friends, but it did not bow at my entrance. Like, no applause, nothing.
Hey!
Nice. So what do I need to beat to dodge out of a thunder wave path?
A con 13.
Cool. Oh shit. Con save. Oh, they're better at con saves, but still not good enough. I've only got 12. At which point this thing you turn to this thing and just bark what sounds like a crack of thunder. And this thing, it takes as much damage as you are legally allowed to dish out. A wave of sonic energy blasts over it, bits of chair flying off.
I got 3d8.
3d8, roll them.
No, I can't have got a 9. I'm rolling the wrong thing.
Lovely stuff.
8, 4, and 1. 9.
Oh, you're casting this at second level.
Yeah.
All right.
12, 13.
It's 15 by
13. Okay, cool.
I was looking for help, guys.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh god.
Oh no, it's fine.
I think during quarantine I should teach my nephew maths.
I don't.
I think you should live stream it.
Yeah, this thing staggers back, and you see the floor underneath it like starting to crack a little bit. And just as you do this, like this wind whips up, and bits of detritus and some crumbs and bits of books and pages from some of the plays are blown around the room. Next up, it is time for the Reverend Hardcore to show us how it's done.
Sweet. First of all, can I use a bonus action to cast my magical weapon?
What? Which magical weapon?
Spiritual weapon, sorry. Spiritual weapon.
You can't use a bonus action for that, I don't think. But
Is it not one
regular spell?
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus Christ! Holy shit! No, you can. It's a spiritual weapon for bonus action. What?
Yeah, boy.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
We're starting to see why hardcore called hardcore. Practically why hardcore is called Hardcastle.
That is my name.
Yeah. Okay, Richard, you summon into being a floating spectral warhammer. What instructions do you give it?
Move. I say, get the big one, and I like.
They're both equally
the
the same size.
Well, then it should do both.
No, the hammer cannot resolve that command, and so explodes. No, okay.
I reckon I've got this one.
No.
So, Rich, do you want to send it to one?
Okay,
the
so
one
I'll
that
go
Rufus
for the one
is
that isn't the one that.
Oh no!
Oh, if Ruff is like, I've got this. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that Claire just blew apart.
Exactly.
Okay, can you make an attack roll for that weapon, please? And then we'll find out what you're doing with your turn. Don't know what I said that.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Twiddles mustache.
The voice of my spiritual weapon. 6.
6 to hit.
No, I rolled a 6.
To hit. Or
You got a plus on that.
We're in a theatre, Paul. It's to hit or not to hit.
Lovely stuff.
Is this a hammer I see before me?
So, Rich, you're adding 5 to that, which I'm afraid is a miss.
Dang.
So your spiritual warhammer swings around, but this monstrous mass of chairs manages to deflect it. It is now your move.
And I've recharged my spells after the long rest,
Yes,
and I've
cast
gained a new
spell
one. I can't do another spell.
You can. You can go. If you can cast. You can only cast one spell a turn, but you can cast a spell and a cantrip as long as one is a bonus action. So you can cast a cantrip, or you could hit it. with things.
Okay.
Or
I'm going to cast. We're going with the fire route. So I'm going to cast Sacred Flame and aim it at the same one.
Going to beat a dexterity save of 13, I think. That's not going to do it. Cool. Roll your damage, please.
Okay, 1d8. Oh my god, it's so hard to see with this thing.
You should take it off when
5.
you fight.
It's almost like it's covering an eye.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
like a
did you
whole eye. 5.
5 damage. Great. That one is briefly illuminated as this radiant fire burns up from within it, charring some of the materials used in its construction. The thing sort of whips around and is trying to put itself out. Next up, it is Ruff once again on initiative 20.
Yeah. I'm going to obviously hit I'm still raging. I'm going to hit the one that just hit me, and I'm going to absolutely smash its fucking face off.
Seems reasonable.
Except that I just... Hang on. So I get to add strength, which is +5, and the battle axe.
You get to add strength, which is +3. You get the extra damage. The extra modifier is to your damage, not to hit.
So I've got a +5 on my character sheet for strength.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm entirely wrong.
I mean, either way, it's an 8. So.
Oh, I'm afraid you damaged the floor quite badly.
Yeah.
1 second. Let's double check this. Yep. So you gain advantage in rage. You gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks. +2 melee damage with strength weapons. But I don't think it applies to it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong with the stream. Does the barbarians get the +2 to? Oh, of course, proficiency. You are right. It is +5. It's not +7. I'm an idiot.
No, and also
show I'm tired. However,
I also did that wrong because I should have recklessly attacked it. That's my fault. I didn't claim it at the time. I can't do it in retrospect.
Oh, sorry, love.
No, it's all right. It's my fault.
That's all right. It's going to have a go back at you.
Yeah, of course it is.
No, it isn't. It is because this is the other one. No, this is the right one. No, I've lost track of which one goes when. I've given them the same name in the initiative chart, which is an error. Your armor class, please. Rough. Never mind. Is your armor class higher than 6?
It is.
Then I have missed. As this beast whirls its arms around and just it's like you're kind of sidestepping, hopping left to right, and this thing is just one beat behind you in this weird dance, smashing the floor up every single time, but it keeps missing you. Next up, Matt, what would you like to do?
Whilst it's distracted with Ruff, I'm sending a Chaos Bolt its way.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
That's D20 to hit, isn't it?
It is a D20 to hit. Don't roll a D8 to hit. Buddy. You roll
I got a 15.
That's a hit.
And then a D8 to find out what's hitting it.
Nope, it's 2D8 plus 1D6 of the 2D8s.
Don't we have to find out?
Nope, same roll.
Oh, okay. So the first D8 is 3, and then a 5, and then the D6 is a 6.
Okay, so that was, how much is that in total?
14.
Yep.
And, sorry, what was, you get to choose between, what was it, 8 and 5?
Yeah.
Thunder or lightning?
Very, very frightening. I'm going to go lightning.
Excellent. So, a ball of ever-shifting light appears in your hands, and you hurl it towards this thing, and as it elongates, it starts to spark, and eventually slams into the side of this monstrous mass of chairs. But 14, Jesus. And lighting the whole room up briefly, as effectively it's like lightning has struck it, and it starts shaking and rocking around on its what passes for legs. As I'm trying to do maths and describe things at the same time, and I'm not doing well. Okay, it's now the other one's turn, which is gonna charge at Claire. Actually, it's gonna spend 5 foot of its movement stepping back, and then 20 foot of its movement charging at Claire because of the rules. Briony, what is your armor class, please?
It is 13.
Okay, so this 22 is gonna cut it.
Yeah. Can I use cutting words or no?
You can.
Uh-huh.
You absolutely can. Yeah. So what does that make? That means I roll a d6 and knock that off this attack.
Yeah. Yeah. You yeah. You expend 1 use of bardic inspiration. Roll the die and distract. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me, and I'll knock some off of this attack. Although I think never mind.
4.
4. Cool. So it's now only 18. I've still hit you, but I've hit you less well.
Oh, good.
So this thing rushes up onto the stage. It doesn't seem to have noticed the illusion in any way, shape, or form. It's not taking that into account, as Plebeian Rob has mentioned it. Sure, it'll get thrown out rushing the stage. It's not. Thank you for whatever just happened in my ear. That was very loud. Somebody's donated. What do you think has donated a tenner? Thank you. Thanks, mate. You're the new Christ. That's too much. So, Briony, this thing wheels its arm around and sort of is clotheslining you with a rack of chairs for, 10, 16 damage.
Why?
As this thing slams into you and you stagger backwards, you very nearly fall into the trapdoor. But
I have
not.
already been down there.
You have. You don't want to go down there again. But you take fucking hell 16 damage as that hits into you. Briony, it is your turn.
Okay.
You are adjacent to this thing.
So now I can do Hellish Rebuke because I just
You
attacked
absolutely.
me.
So you do Hellish Rebuke before your turn.
Oh, before my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it happens on. It happens when you hit it. When it hits you, sorry. So it's like an immediate response. It's a reaction. So
Okay.
they happen.
I've got that at second level.
You do.
So that is 3d10. Do I need to do anything?
Would you like me to roll them, or would you like to?
Yeah, no, you do it.
Okay.
It's going to be
so
quicker.
knock off one of your second level spell slots.
I have. I've got none left.
Oh
now.
shit! I don't know that I've rolled that well before. All right, cool. Right. Guess how many hit points this thing had left?
Exactly the amount you rolled.
Nope. It had one less. As what happens is, this thing hits you, and as you kind of take this hit, a little bit of blood comes out of your mouth and stains the floor underneath the illusion. As you turn back, your eyes light up with hellish flames picking up all around you, and this wall of heat and brimstone-smelling nightmare fuel fire blasts out of you in a very short radius, and this thing is torn apart by the 26 damage I just rolled.
Boom!
Do
and
not interrupt theatre.
Briony, you may have inspiration. It is now your turn.
That wasn't my turn.
No, as fucking chairs, burning chairs and cushions just rain down all over the space.
I've started applauding again.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Keep going, but I'll be back in 1 second.
Sure
Okay.
thing. Briony, your turn. What would you like to do?
So
There's this
is
one
the-
trying to smash the other one across the room, trying to smash up Ruff.
Okay, so they don't like fire then at all. So is the flaming sword still in the middle of the stage?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab it.
Lovely stuff. Give me 1 second.
I've seen a toy.
Okay. You grab the flaming sword, and sure enough, it comes out. You pull it up without any resistance.
And I want to stab the chair with it, the chair golem.
Okay, make an attack roll, please.
Because nothing's less uncomfortable than a chair with a sword through it.
Mm-hmm.
20, natural 20!
Oh my god,
20.
I'm so sorry. So what happens is you grip the flaming sword out of the theatre set and run to the chair golem. And just overhead go, ah! Punk, and the sword bends.
Oh, it's...
And the illusion of flames vanishes, as what you are wielding is quite clearly a child's toy.
But then I applaud again. I'm loving it.
if anyone out there DMs, you know when you come up with an idea and you're like, I mean, that'll never happen, but I've written it. Lovely stuff.
The power of theatre is not as strong as I thought it was.
Yes. So yeah, the illusion vanishes, and you're left holding what is ultimately a sort of cardboard sword that somebody's made on the cheap, with a bit of dowling for a handle.
Well, I try and style it out and go, yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Richard, your turn. You are in command of a floating spectral warhammer and, of course, your own self.
Yes. So I'll send the warhammer again at the remaining golem.
Make that attack roll. You're adding 5 to it.
17.
That's a hit. Roll in damages.
Six.
6 plus 3 is 9. Boom. So, oh no, that's how many? So it's damage 9. 6 plus 3.
No, 6 plus 3. You said was 9. Yeah.
Great. In which case, Briony, as you go, aha. You see this glow building behind you, and instinctively know to duck. And as you do, this huge, 6-foot-long spectral warhammer slams into the chairs, and as it does, hits it right in the centre mass, and the chairs just discorporate, falling apart. The thing whatever was holding them together has been vanquished from this space. Richard, you have killed the final chair golem.
Hey!
Yeah.
Or you can still hear. Go on.
I give us all a standing ovation.
Oh.
I sidle up next to him and go, Don't think he had a leg to stand on, Mr. Hardcastle, sir.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't. Lovely stuff. And so, yeah, you can still hear and very much smell the hellscape from the stage. But there is, other than that, you are the only things moving in this room, aside from the occasional, the fire on stage and the occasional thing in the background.
Guys, should we do anything about the fact that our stage has kind of hell in it?
Portal.
It's an illusion, though, isn't it?
You don't think it's real?
No, because I hit the back of the stage and did not end up in hell.
Yeah.
So we could.
And also, you fell through it, Brian.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
I'm thinking if we can figure out how this works, we can put something nice up there. Like maybe all of us just holding hands and singing.
Yeah, let's look for
I
the.
suppose we do have the rights to it.
Can we ever look around this space now?
You certainly can. So, like I said, there's the stage is literally a slice of hell, as far as you can see. There is another door in the stage right wall, which opens up onto a shitty little room with there's like an old sofa in there and a little sink. There's a table. Yeah. There's a table with a couple of old magazines and cups no fucker has washed.
There are a lot of scarves left over.
There's a hat stand with a lot of old rotten scarves, yes, and a really pretentious hat. And there's also next to the sink is a shelf with a load of very complicated and quite expensive looking tea bags, none of which are normal tea.
No, and all of them taste shit.
Yeah, and do the same. To the left is there are two doors leading to very small rooms that contain. The rooms are both the same in that on one wall is a big mirror and a long table, and there's for some not enough chairs. Excuse me, and the remnants of makeup kits and little bits of costume and hand props, but all of it is dilapidated and quite decrepit. There's another door leading on the other way, which takes you to a backstage space, To your right, you can see a thick, dark black curtain with a bit of this orange light bleeding underneath it. And ahead of you, there are costume rails, shelves for props, a little space for what would be a prompt corner, a little desk there.
Can we see where the illusion is coming from? Can we look at that orange light? Is it?
You're drawing the curtain back?
Yeah.
The curtain?
Hey.
Yeah, the curtain is, you draw the curtain back and you can see like the back of the illusion. So it's imagine if you stood behind a cyclorama with something being projected onto it. And you can see the back of that. So like you're behind a cinema screen.
Like the scene in Gremlins.
Like the scene in Gremlins, but there is no screen there.
So can we change the screen? Does it have options?
You can make an Arcana check for me, Briony.
14.
14. Right. Okay. What would be the deputy stage manager's desk? You spot there is a sort of a very small wand-esque thing, and in the desk, built into it, is a multifaceted crystal that is refracting light in lots of different colours of the spectrum and has a little magical hum about it. And
I turn it.
You turn the crystal.
Yeah. I want to see if it changes the background.
You're just going to ignore the wand.
Oh, the wand.
Yeah. Hang on.
That's
right.
That's
Make a
what Paul
strength
Daniel
check.
said to Debbie McGee on their honeymoon.
Right. Make a strength check.
15. What have I done?
The crystal, which is not designed to rotate, rotates. Cool.
Does it change the image?
Oh yeah. Who's looking at the stage at this point?
Probably me.
I need to just very quickly look up a thing.
Yeah, the three of us are just chatting about how much the detailing's really well done. It really does look like it's hell in there, you know?
I'm going to try and change it, guys.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. So the three of you who are looking at the stage, can you all make wisdom saves, please?
Oh no. I got a greasy one.
What did you get?
I got a greasy one.
No.
Oh no.
11.
19.
Rufus?
11.
Richard's got 9. Right, Richard, you're fine. What happens is, do you remember that sequence in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where Willy Wonka goes on a boat ride and it's terrifying?
Best bit.
Yes.
That happens on stage. So lots of flashing lights and terrifying imagery at random, along with asynchronous sound, screaming, arrhythmic drum beats. Like just the most disturbing set of images. And Matt and Rufus are hypnotized by this. You are incapacitated, staring slack-jawed at this thing, just like completely unable to move.
Does this give me any flashbacks?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And we'll come to that in a sec. In fact, Matt, you are watching this, and what it does, it unlocks a memory. But give me 1 second, because I do my prep. Okay, you have a vivid memory of being in a sort of jail cell and being strapped down on a gurney, like medical style, while a leering figure wearing a mask, but with bone white skin, is tattooing your chest. And the tattoo needle is absolutely hooked up to this thing's arm. It is tattooing your chest with its own blood. And you are aware that you are not the only person in the room. As you look across, you can see 2 or 3 other people. There's a dwarf, there's a half-elf, there's a half-orc, all tied to chairs. All tied to these gurneys, rather, at 45 degrees in this sort of dungeon environment. All of them look malnourished. All of them look injured. 2 of them have the same tattoo, and the tattoo is fresh and bleeding. And then you snap back into this.
Oh, old me is so metal.
Rich, how do you react to this onslaught of terrifying imagery?
I guess I scream, take a step backward, and shit myself.
Richard, I can't believe I'm saying this. You may have inspiration for your timely self dirty protesting. Briony, what would you like to do? You just see some flashing lights and hear the Reverend scream.
I run out to see what's going on.
Oh shit, make a wisdom save.
Oh, Briony, you should twist it more.
Wisdom 7.
Right, you run out to see what's happening and just are immediately hypnotized by these images. Richard, you are the only character with any agency right now, and you've just shat in your own pants.
Okay.
Also, you don't know what she did to cause this.
Yeah, that's true. Can I try and like shake anyone out of the spell, like sort of like grab them by the shoulders?
Yes, you can. Who do you want to try and shake?
Okay, I'll shake Ruff. I'll try and shake Ruff out of the spell.
Okay, Rufus, you can re-roll your wisdom save.
Okay.
Don't get a 1.
16 plus.
Oh, thank Christ.
2, I think.
Good. In which case,
wait, let me check. Wisdom plus 1. 17.
17. Great. You snap out of it like as if Cher has told you to do it. And you see Ruff is stood there as the Reverend grabs him by the shoulders and shakes him, but has wisely stepped between you and the illusion. And as he's shaking you around, you're very conscious of a turd slipping out of the bottom of his trouser leg.
Ignore it.
So, yeah. Right. Ruff, you have no memory of this illusion, but you can see behind him this like incredibly swirling light show. And you can just see Claire staring at it from the wings. And you can see Phillin stood in front of you, but with his back to you, staring at it. What would you like to do?
Can I see is there anything about the DSM's desk that would make me think that's the source of the trouble?
Other than you saw Claire wander over towards it and then all of this shit kicked off. So, yeah, well, I'll give you, you have reason enough to go and look. Actually, you can see it's glowing a bit now I think about it. It would be glowing.
All right, well, I think what Russ' instinct would be is not to go over and examine it, but just to, like, chuck a sword at it. Well, like if a thing is making us all space cakey, smash it till it's dead.
Does the Reverend have any thoughts?
Smash it till it's dead. Smash it till it's dead.
What was that, Rich?
Can I maybe just try and calm Ruff down and say, let's just see if we can stop it ourselves.
Aye, this'll fucking stop it, I say, as I reach for my great sword.
Rich,
in fact,
what do you do? He's reaching for his sword. What do you do, Richard?
I cast shield of faith on the crystal, the where he's going, the crystal.
You cast shield of faith on the deputy stage manager's desk. Lovely.
Yes.
Great.
Not everything needs to return to violence.
Yeah. Why talk to him when you can simply cast a spell? Rufus, would you like to make a attack roll?
Yeah.
Against the DSM's desk.
Now, what modifiers am I using for throwing things?
Because what are you throwing? Your sword.
Yeah, great sword.
I looked this up because you're throwing a great sword using your strength attack roll as normal, but you're rolling it at a disadvantage because you are throwing a thing that is 100% not designed to be thrown.
Okay. In that case, it's a. But do I add any mods to it?
Yeah, you're adding as normal. You're adding +5 to the roll.
I am right. So 17.
Wait, hang on. Let me just check what Shield of Faith adds.
I think it's +2.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. In which case, what happens is your greatsword glances off of this spectral, I just call it shield, I guess, that manifests in front of the thing. Thanks for that follow or donation or whatever just happened. The alerts are fucked up this week. And so yes, so the greatsword clatters to the ground. Richard, what would you like to do in response to this?
I say, damn it, Ruff. We can't keep killing everything that stands in our way. We could use this to figure out how to get them out of it or something like that. I say something better than that.
That's verbatim what you say. We could use this to get them out of it, or something better.
It really resonates with Ruff. Something better.
I take a moment and a single tear wells just in the corner of my eye, because that's exactly what my father said to me when I set off on my first campaign, having joined the Dwarven army. So it's like a memento moment, and it fucking sinks into my absolute DNA.
Oh, lovely stuff.
You should definitely hug him, Ruff. It'll make it so much weirder.
Yeah, because you guys never hug.
And also because they can't see it, they won't believe that it's happened.
Yeah.
Right, so who's doing what? So the two of you with any agency at the minute?
I'll go to the DSM desk and have a look at the crystal and the wand.
Okay. The crystal is glowing similarly to the images you can make out on the stage. The wand is sat next to the crystal. What would you like to do?
Aren't these two the only two who are not magic proficient? So this would be like watching your dad trying to set up some sort of skybox.
Richard knows.
Oh no, yeah. Rich is fine.
But he's divine rather than arcane, so this will be like a Mac user trying to do something complicated with a PC. So Richard and Rufus.
We obviously haven't seen what's happened, but can I ascertain?
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry. I'm speaking, and then I think you're hearing 10 seconds later. Can I ascertain what's happened to the crystal from looking at it?
Probably not, actually.
Can I?
I tell you, no. Actually, do you know what what you can do is, because it's all really dusty. I think what you can see that it's been rotated around, because that would leave marks in the dust. Yeah, you can infer that.
Or can I try and rotate it back?
Sure. Which way are you rotating it, left or right?
The other way.
Pick one.
Left.
Think of a tap. Think of turning a tap off.
Cool.
Yeah,
it clicks.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
It clicks. Yeah. You move it to the left.
More hell.
And the pleasant click, and sure enough, the stage picture resumes the image of hell that you are all familiar with. Matt and Briony, the effect wears off, and you're just simply staring slack-jawed at hell. You have been drooling constantly for about 3 minutes.
Wow. Did I eat more people?
No, we lost you there for a second.
I don't know, but it smells like my dream from last night.
Yeah.
There is now a turd in the middle of the floor.
Oh no, Claire! One of them has been turned into a poo. Don't worry, it smells like Mr. Hardcastle. I'll get you tidy, Mr. Hardcastle. And I gently pick up the little poo.
Where do you put it?
I just hold it gently and look at it lovingly.
Oh my God! For a second, I thought you were going to put it on a little plinth on stage or something.
We will name this theatre the Mr. Hardcastle Theatre for Poos.
Lovely stuff. I think we've lost Richard in response to this. I hope you're happy, Matt.
Live at the Apollo.
Oh, there we go.
Good stuff.
There we go.
Briony, would you like to make an Arcana check rather than just randomly operating the equipment?
Yes, please.
You're not going to say any words for poo, Rich?
I am. I'm also going to do an Arcana check. I got a rough 20 on the Arcana check.
Great.
And I'll be crying about Reverend Jack, who's now a poo. Can we see him in the room?
I'm back. What's happened? What did I...
We can't see you.
I think I can hear him. I think he's still in there, Miss Claire.
You can see him in the room.
Okay, we can see him in the room.
Okay, so Briony, you've inferred from this. What you have here is it's built into the building, but the stage is functionally a magic item that allows somebody at the deputy stage manager's desk to cast a spell called I've got to find it now. I've moved it away because you did all crazy shit with it. Hallucinatory Terrain. It is a 4th level spell that allows you to alter the appearance of 140 cubic feet of space.
Wow.
But it only works on that stage. And you play around with it, and there's a couple of presets in there. So one is like a sort of a drawing room in a fancy house. One of them is a sort of I don't know what the equivalent would be in Toril, but one's a room with just loads of doors set up for a French farce. And one of them is a featureless environment where nothing occurs and there is a tree. But there's a bunch of other shows set up. Oh, one of them is also the balcony of a castle. Not a balcony, the battlements of a castle. There's a few different recognisable theatre scenes kicking around. But there's also the wand is used to make more, but it sounds like it's quite a laborious process.
Oh, guys, is there anyone you want to leave it on?
I wouldn't mind seeing something beautiful, Miss Claire.
Briony, make an Arcana check, please.
Bear in mind, I haven't turned round at this point. I'm still holding what I think is Mr. Hardcastle the Pooh.
Nice.
16.
16, cool. The stage becomes a beautiful depiction of the land under the sea.
It's what the Reverend would have wanted.
Yes, he loved the sea.
Mm.
And then
It's the only place that felt truly clean.
yes, we're rapidly approaching the end of the stream. So I think what will happen now is from upstairs you hear there. It turns out there is a doorbell on the theatre, which seems like a terrible idea now. I've said it out loud, but there is. You hear a satisfying bing bong from upstairs. Are we getting? Is Richard on? Can we hear Richard at least if we can't see him?
Can you still not see me?
I can hear you.
Oh, right.
Take the eye patch off of the camera. So, presumably, I hope you guys are heading upstairs.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, there he is.
He's alive!
Oh my God! Then who's this?
Wait, what is... you can put that down.
Goodbye, little friend. And then I just roll it onto the stage.
We go upstairs to the doorbell, but we keep just staring and kind of pressing Reverend Jack, kind of checking he's still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Waiting outside, you can see is a gnome, a lady gnome with bright blue hair and sort of a bright light blue long coat, wearing an apron of dark brown with just weird stains all over it. And behind her, actually approaching from across the town square, you can see the blacksmith, Resolute Venom, making his way across the town square with a heavy bag in his big metal arm. But who's answering the door?
We were behind Rev Hardcastle, I think, just patting him on the back.
Yeah, as the one who's recently shot himself, I should open the door to a stranger.
Yes. Lovely choice. You open the door, and hello. I hope I've come to the right. You are the folks who saved all of the towns, yes?
It was us, yep.
Great. Little favour to ask.
Wait, lady.
Yeah.
A name goes a long way in this game. Who are you?
Oh, literally was going to be the next thing I was going to say, and yet so delayed. But Falseworn Cogbottom, I run the monstrous betting.
Hang on a second.
Yes?
Forgive me, I'm not completely woke. Weird names throw me off, and I often mispronounce them. Would you mind repeating that?
Yes, Falseworn.
Falseworn.
Folsworn. Falseworn.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is Falseworn. Cogbottom.
Cogbottom.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Phillin, and I shake her hand.
No, you don't. She obviously coated with shit. You are only wearing, to my knowledge, you're only wearing golden pantaloons right now, and have just poop smeared all over your chest and hands. She does not.
Dirty little halfling.
Yeah. Yes, I run the monstrous petting zoo just on the north side of town. I was hoping you might be able to assist me. Some of our animals seem to have gotten out during the most recent zombie times. I wonder if I could impress upon you the willingness to help me reclaim them. They won't do well in the wild. That's the reason we have them, in fact.
We will if we're allowed the rights to the story of how we do it.
No.
Done. It's a deal.
Shake on it.
Literally, I'm like trying to dive over between to stop that handshake happening, but I do miss.
Great. She at no point raises her hand to shake hands with the little turd boy. At which point, Resolute arrives, like, delivery for a rough night.
Resolute.
I'll take that bag off your hand, sir.
Sure
I slap the halfling in the side of the head with reasonable strength.
Cool, Matt, take 2 damage.
I'm on 1 now.
Hang on, how can you be on 1? We just had a long rest. Oh,
No, you got to shake down with some chairs.
Sorry.
I'm very sorry there, sir. I missed the bag. I seem to have lost a lot of blood. I'll just have a little sit down, guys, and let you handle this.
I walk over to Resolute and look him in the eye, and the handshake is of a firmness and sincerity that only dwarves can produce or truly understand.
Oh, lovely stuff. He responds with a nod and a knowing look.
Yeah.
And you feel a brief moment of absolute understanding between the two of you. At which point, he turns his tail and whistles his way back into town. In the bag is a beautiful set of dwarven spiked armor. Which 100%, Matt, you did not want to grab that bag.
Very much looking forward to Rufus's £2,000 bill next week. As he gets a Legion of Doom outfit.
Yeah.
As Miss Cogbottom steps into the pub to chat through this job with you guys, I think that's a reasonable place to cut it off this week. As we've got Matt bleeding to death in a corner, covered in somebody else's shit. Richard stinking terribly. Briony actually quite fine, although a bit injured, and Rufus, of course, gleefully laughing into a bag full of knives. Which is going to make hugging him tricky. Oh, someone's just said that there. Spikes are going to make hugging him more tricky. True.
Damn it.
For this week. And that's that. That was episode 6, part 3. I hope you enjoyed the Chair Golem fight and the weird interaction at the end of the show with a gnome. Join us soon for episode 7, where the players get to go to a petting zoo. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's all of the things I need to say. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Who's gonna leave the shot?